Ready and wait.
Okay. All right. Welcome, everybody. What is this? Session 5? Yes. Yes, it is. Yep, session 5. Just looked at my notes. All right. So last week we picked up with Echo grabbing as much clothing as she could from the storehouse, where Via had led her. It was mostly basic stuff, but there was also one really nice item, such as a coat or whatever the actual garment is up to. You Miss C to see what you found. So with her clothing in hand, Echo started to look around the keep for exits, and she was followed by the burly blacksmith Reuven, who tried to convince her to stay. She ignored him and decided to try to levitate herself over the walls, and a large tiefling man, Kirith, was called over to try to convince Echo to stay. He also offered information on Namar's whereabouts if she were to stay and accept a mission for the rebellion. Eventually, it was Maxim who managed to convince her to stay, but just for one night. Maxim went to check out Reuven's forge, and the two exchanged some civil words. Maxim left with one of the many rapiers piled in the corner, and he continued to wander the camp until he came across Nazir again, and the two caught up on their time after their expedition to the wilds. So that was some good bro chat there. And while this was happening, Kiko was eating a second helping and glaring at Via, who was happy to help her. And Kiko asked to bathe, and Via showed her to a place in the infirmary. While there, she tripped and caught Via, and while undressing, she, quote, accidentally threw a dagger at her. Feigning innocence, Kiko asked for clothes, and Via left, never following through on that request. And when, let's see, Maxim and Reuven, or not, Maxim and Nazir, while they were chatting, we were introduced to Siler's newcomer, named Quadri, a eccentric fellow, seeming to be blind, but seeing through the companion, the bird companion on his shoulder. And let's see, what am I missing here? He was content to entertain himself with some cards, and as the night went on, Kiko finally emerged, the bathing beauty that she is, and Via, who is having enough of Kiko's behavior, and Kiko stormed off, and I think, is there anything that I'm missing? I feel like there's something major that I'm missing
there was
here.
Maxim and Kiko's interaction after that.
Right.
Because basically,
they exchanged
words. Sorry.
Oh, go ahead.
I remember, one thing is that, she rolled really well and convinced Maxim that she was, in some form the victim.
He was just tired.
And that, he's still suspicious of her, but he does believe that she is at least, partially not in the wrong. Though when she kind of touched him, trying to be kind of seductive, that kind of triggered something in him.
Charming.
Charming. She was naked at the time, so who's to say? Then he went back to talk with Via. Got a bit of more of the story.
Right, yeah. Because that's right, he asked about this Namar, and she was like, let's not talk about that.
Bad dude. But at least you got the sense that this Namar is a bad dude.
Yeah. So, let's see. That leaves us... It's still evening. There's kind of a bit of a party going on. There's some music. Kirith is playing a hurdy-gurdy. People are chatting, dancing, enjoying dinner. There's just an overall air of finally everybody letting their hair down for the evening. And so, what are your characters up to now? Let's see. Would anybody like to go first?
Maxim and I'm still trying to make sure that I get the name right, pronunciation wise. We're playing cards at the end of last session, so is it still that night?
Right.
Or is it the next morning?
It's still nighttime.
Okay. More cards.
Pretty much. Go for 2 more games before I just go for a normal walk. Yeah.
I'm up for playing more cards. Playing some more cards. Sounds like a nice way to unwind. Are you a good Siler? Do you need some time or?
No, I'm good. Just finish up a little cleanup, but yeah. Just my brother just sent me something oddly enough what we were talking about. It was this. And so I'm just gonna put it in chat.
Hey, you're good.
Weirdest coincidence.
That's a very strange coincidence, but it works. Kind of.
It threw me off so hard. Yeah, no. He was just gonna do a quick name card play, and then he's just walking.
So he's walking off.
Are you staying or are you going?
He starts walking off. So I had to say goodbye to my niece.
I see.
It's all right.
Okay.
Could leave without a quick hug.
By the way, we're taking that.
Cool.
Yeah. Something.
Yeah.
I see that your mic on, by the way.
That's cool.
It's still here, sir. Just
Okay, cool.
You might,
So
take my dad's truck out for a joyride. No problem.
all right, cool.
Yeah,
So
So he's going for a walk.
Quadri, is there any particular place you're going? Oh.
No, I was just gonna go. I just want to do a quick walk around the battlements and just let my Raven scout the perimeter roughly 5 miles in each direction.
Okay, cool.
Just something I'll probably get in the habit of doing, so far, just to keep an outwatch.
Okay, that makes sense. That's very good.
Gotta love familiars.
All right. Is there anything else you want to do in this moment as your Raven keeps watch? As you circle the battlements?
It said hi to the new faces, right? Did I meet everybody, or have I met you guys at least once? Because if not, I would have tried to at least gotten a quick hello to everybody at least once.
I don't know if you met Kiko or Echo.
Well, you threw Kiko. You threw your cloak over Kiko, I think.
Right.
Yes, I gave her a slight, bit of advice and a not so veiled threat to Kiko. We had a little bit of cards, and I think we exchanged names and pleasantries with X. And so did I do anything with Echo? I don't know. Do I even know that Echo was here?
So Echo's
I don't
being
think you did.
antisocial. She is glaring at anyone that gets close to her. So
I think Maxim tries to approach to talk to her, but is turned away basically.
Oh, absolutely.
That glare intensifies the second you get within 20 feet.
100%.
So, but yeah, if I notice Echo, I will try to approach, because I would recognize new face.
No comment, just glare.
And you see like this very I already showed the picture of like this very plain face, and he does have that weird like there's no real emotion on his face until he like starts directly conversating with people. That's when the life comes back to his face. Otherwise, it just goes back to like almost a plain like mask. He'll approach, say hello. So you're part of the new group. Just got here tonight.
Unfortunately.
Oh, unfortunately. I heard they popped you out of prison. You said you prefer to be back in the cells.
Well, one prison to another isn't the most ideal situation to be in.
And he just does a quick like 360 look around. Then he stops and then the crow on his shoulder does the 360 look around. I see no cages for you here. Metal ones at least. But if this is what you call a prison, geez, I'd be wondering what you call freedom. Or at least something to do.
She'll point to the top of the walls where I'm assuming the ballistas still are. And I'm assuming there's guards up there.
Mm-hmm.
She'll point to those and just say,
Yep.
Sometimes prisons don't need chains and metal bars to keep their captives hostage.
No, but they always help. I mean, if you got nothing but your word and some threat, it seems like you're just pining for an excuse to stay. And if you're looking for one, I got a few. Not saying you are. Not saying that at all. But if you're looking to get a bit of coin for work, there's usually some here. You're going to get something made or something done. These are the people trying to get it kicking. If you're just looking to not be thrown in that hellhole I heard you was recently in, here's a good honest place to start. They don't like the people behind that. They really don't like the man in charge. Or if you're just looking to kill a few days before you go off and do whatever the fuck you want, here's not a bad place to start. They got info, they got supplies. And more often than not, they're just going to ask you not to spout about what you see here or make trouble for them. Which is really, it's not that much to ask, is it? I don't think it is.
I don't know when the last time you've struck a deal with them, however, it seems they're more tight-lipped on their information. They now require
I'll put it this way. Did you ask them? Okay, did you just straight up ask for them, or were you just trying to do something else?
No,
just to get a feel for how that conversation went.
They flat out told me, any information I seek, I need to work for it.
Now, just so I'm understanding this, do you ask for random bits of possibly important information and just expect it to be handed to you? Just not saying it's bad or nothing, just because that's what's happened to you before all this. You were just given what you wanted.
Of course not. However, I would like the
So you know sometimes you have to work for something.
Oh, of course. However,
and you're choosing to not do it. So the choice is there. Just you could do it or you can, and you're choosing not to. So that's a choice.
Yes. And I've made my choice.
And you're happy with that. No information for whatever work they told you they haven't.
Yes. Though it seems the people here are not.
Well, I mean, imagine not. These people are trying to kick something up, and they want people here who want that to happen. Sadly enough, they're right now picking out of a roulette out of who's going to help them out. It's not always going to be winners. But for the most part, they seem to be doing all right. At least if you want something done. But like I said, I've only been here for a while, and it's been all right for me. I have no idea what you're going to do. Or what you even want. But if you actually want to get something done, or just getting out, I'd honestly recommend a little bit of trust. Just a smidge. A little bit of grain. I think it'll help. Or you can make the run for it and see if you can outrun those bulls. I knew someone tried. I have no idea if they succeeded. Got better things to do with mine.
I guess we'll just
All right.
have to wait and see what happens tomorrow then.
That's fair. Can't wait for breakfast, though. She makes a mean one, that one. Oh.
Hopefully this time not
Good night.
soiled by dirty clothes.
Whose?
Everyone?
Oh, I was assuming that was flavoring. Sorry, I was assuming that was just for the flavor. No, probably won't. Might happen. I don't know. We'll have to talk about that later. For now, I think I'm gonna hit the old sack, and then maybe hit the bedroll. It was nice meeting you, Miss. Do you have a name? Do you want a name? Do you want me to just call you it, Miss Whitehair?
Echo.
Oh, damn! I don't. Yeah, I'm gonna do it anyway. And the crow will mimic your echo with mine. Echo, echo, echo.
Exactly.
I like it. Well, hopefully see you tomorrow, Echo. He'll make his way back to his place to sleep and just do like he says, a little bit of physical practice before it hits the hay.
All right.
Yeah. I think Maxim...
As you know, you would know that the sleeping quarters are down this lower square, generally. But yeah.
Aha, square. Is it
Yeah.
this over here, where Kiko is? Or is it...
Yeah, generally, yeah. Hold on, let me... And it's this whole EU, kind of.
Ah, fun.
And if you go there,
Yeah.
you'll see him wrapped up in essentially like some whatever he has for like a blanket, but the raven is just on his head with like his head on a swivel.
Fair. Could I get a new Maxim? This one's broken.
Oh.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Okay, are you just
The Maxims?
Are you like
they're the most faulty line.
I gotta ask, dude, are you secretly like an insectoid and you're just shelling or like you're shedding the shell token every turn?
That one's not working either. Weird. I'm like, oh, I can click on.
Hold on. It helped. It worked with me.
Yeah,
you know those things that hide those tokens?
I can move.
Grab one of those and move those.
Hannafel. I can move like a bunch of other tokens. Like I can move.
Okay, what about?
Mira.
Okay, switch him to a mount. Can you move him now? Uh-huh.
Let me actually. Okay, now I'm moving Stylers. Okay, well I can move. No, can't move Maxim. Why is this like this?
Oh my goodness.
I think this proves that you're actually a lot stronger than you
Can
think.
you move him?
I think you just need a new token because I still can't move him. Oh, now I can move him. Yes, it worked.
Oh, you can?
Save
All right.
the setting, whatever this is, save it.
Okay, I mean, it's basically turning him into anything that's not a character. I think last time I had to turn him into a mount. And now this time it's an attachment? I don't get what's going on.
I can move him only when I click at the bottom of the... It's only like certain parts of the token. Is it where it'll let me move him? It's a lot easier to move other people's tokens because I'm literally like I'm moving... Okay, now I'm moving Maxim when I'm not... Okay, this is very weird and confusing because I'm literally like squares away, like entire squares away, and I'm still moving other characters.
Okay, keep your mouse still. I'm gonna try to swap it now. Now I can't pick him up. What the hell? Okay, fine. You get a twin. There you go.
I can't move Maxim to Electric Boogaloo, but I can still move OG Maxim. Okay, now I can move both of them. We can move on. Okay. I can work around the weirdness. I'm sorry.
Okay. It's all right. I'm just sorry that it seems to constantly be your character.
I don't know why. Did I not set up my account right?
Me neither. I don't know. Oop. Wrong label. I can type. Oh.
Let me try clearing my cache.
Okay, so we've got Quadri going off to Reap. Okay. Echo, Maxim, anything that you guys want to do?
Nope, sleeping on these crates.
I think I'm gonna go to sleep, and I'm probably gonna spend a decent amount of time looking to see if there's any extra pillows that he could get find just to make himself more comfortable. I imagine Maxim as a person that uses a lot of pillows.
Mm-hmm.
And he has been deprived of said pillows for years.
You might be able to find a couple spare. Yeah. Yeah, you might be able to find a couple.
Yeah. He's not too demanding. He'll find a couple and it's okay, thank you. That's much appreciated. I'll go off to bed.
Mm-hmm. All right.
It's just.
And as you're going off to, he looks extremely weary. Her hair is it's usually in these really nice soft waves, but it looks like black fleece. It's it's crazy tangled, and her face, her hands, her clothes are covered with blood, and she just looks dirty and tired. But she looks at each of you decisively through the eye bags. Good evening.
Hello. Good evening.
I know my greeting was not the warmest by any means, but I would ask, as you may be helpful to our cause, I would like you all to join me tomorrow morning so that we might discuss any information you might have for me, my cause, my husband. He would ask you, but he is finally getting some rest. And, well, we shall see. If you decide to stay for the morning, I do have an assignment that I think each of you, with the craftiness you have displayed in your escape and otherwise, that you might be most useful for. And if you decide to do this for us, there is whatever reward you can name that we might be able to give for you.
Of course. I was hoping to be able to help and grab this. Say his piece, but somebody looked to others, so.
Money, estate, and then she looks at Echo. Information. Whatever it might be, name your price. We don't leave those who help us penniless or unrewarded.
Are you still there?
She will,
Yep.
the entire time, just glare at this woman in front of her.
Huh?
She will the entire time just be glaring at this woman in front of her.
The old stink eye.
Yeah, but ramped up to 100. You want our help. Doing what?
Ending this conflict. That is what we want help with.
That doesn't tell me what it is you're asking of me.
Retrieving a person who has even more information, which has been a rarity in these past weeks. We've been stagnant. We've been lost, directionless. But we have just received word that there might be a key piece of information ending this conflict.
Who is this person and what information do they have?
From what I understand, the message was brief, but someone from inside Prince Elamon's castle.
So you do not even know who you're supposed to get.
Nope.
Could. Is there anything that would signify this person? Like,
Pardon?
how are we supposed to know who we're supposed to retrieve?
You will meet with one of our contacts, should you choose to take the job. And this is a trusted person. But you will meet with one of our contacts, and they have been safeguarding this person whom you are to retrieve. Simply meet up and bring them here safely. That is the job.
It is a delivery job, then. And Delamon and his regime know nothing of this.
As far as I know, and as far as we as a unit know.
What are there risks that you are anticipating, or anything that you might be wary of?
The only thing that I can think to be wary of are the usual guards, agents, scanning for people with magical ability. As long as you keep your heads low, it is going to be the slums. That's where all sorts of shady characters live. And where they like to go, where they like to visit. So you would not be out of place, just a band of motley people running about. Risks are simply being questioned,
Being caught.
but we could provide any sort of papers, disguises you might need. Simply name what you think you may need, and it will be provided to you. We have many talented people in these walls, and we would appreciate it that if you have talents of which you are willing to share for this cause, please stay.
I am fine with this mission. I am looking forward to being able to help with this, though I admit I do hope I am not caught. That would not be a good thing. But what about...
No.
What about you, too?
And what do you have that makes this worth my while?
Kirith has informed me that he has something that might lead to Namar's whereabouts. Now that my husband is back, I am more focused on caring for him and for the people here than going after Namar. As much as I might want to, I am needed here more. But if you want to go after him, and if you do this for us, that information will be yours.
She'll think on it. There is a look in her eyes that kind of reveals that she is curious and intrigued by this offer.
Mm-hmm.
How long is this delivery expected to take?
Well, it was a few hours' ride away from the city. Simply, it should take no more than a day for you to go there, retrieve the person, and bring them back here safely.
And when I return, do I have your word that this information will be delivered to me and I will be free to leave?
You have my word on my husband's life. I mean that most sincerely.
Then so be it. I'll help in this endeavor.
Thank you. And you can see a bit of relief on her face as she finally looks like she's letting go of the last bit of tension that's in her. And she sighs and she nods. Oh, thank you for your cooperation. And Quadri, I assume I can count on you for this task as well?
He bows his head. Of course. It's the deal.
Thank you.
I believe
Good.
if you are wanting help from our other compatriot Kiko, she's already retired for the night, though I believe it may be good to have a conversation with her when available. She seems to have had an odd relationship and action since she has gotten here.
I was gonna ask, where the hell did you spring her from? She your cell or she down in that loony bin when they put the people they cracked too hard? That's all. None of that looked right.
I am not certain. She has some issues she does not wish to share. It seems that she resents in some way Via, and perhaps that Via resents her in some way. But the entire
That's
reason...
a story I'd like to hear. Via don't turn easy, or there's not really a mean side to her that I've seen until now. I'm kind of curious what happened.
That doesn't seem exactly in a direct form, either of them directly, but they are trying to get on each other's nerves, it seems, until one of them, I don't know, but...
Look, I don't know how feisty your girl is, but my money's on you.
One believes that a certain man is a decent fellow, and Via knows him to be the complete opposite. Perception and deception. And believe
she shared her thoughts on things with me, and I do not mean to intrude, but it seems that he has violated her. Is that correct? Or is that true of me? I am sorry.
Yes, it is. It is correct.
I do not know why Kiko thinks the way she does, but if you wish to have her help on this, it may be best to clear some things up with her.
Of course.
I am honest. She was, one of the only few people I've interacted with in the past year, and I am not certain if she is trustworthy.
Well, I thank you for that warning. I will keep it in mind. Try to think on how to approach her most tactfully. But to that end, I bid you all good night.
One more question, if
Sleep
you don't
well,
mind.
and of course.
This mission that you have for us, is this needing to be done tomorrow or as soon as possible, or is there like a bit of time that we have before?
It is not particularly time sensitive, but the sooner the better.
That is good to know.
The longer we wait for action on some things, the longer things can fester underneath.
Yes. Things have been festering for long enough.
Yes. And are there any other questions? Any reservations before the morn?
Maxim turns to the others.
There's nothing I can think of unless anyone's up for a last ditch game of cards before we go to bed.
Echo's already
I
walked
can
away.
play another game. I can play another game if you wish.
Alright, Echo's already lost, so I'll keep the gold I was going to give her. And then he hands you 10 gold. Come on, let's deal it in.
That is generous of you, thank you.
It's either all coming back to me or you're about to double it. Let's see what happens.
Fair enough. I have 15 gold on my character sheet, and I don't remember from where. That might have been just background gold. Should I just say that I have 10 gold at this point?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Sure, go ahead.
Should I add 10 gold to the 15 I already have? Or should I say that I just have 10?
Where would you have gotten
I'd
it if
say
you were busted and stripped of everything?
Yeah.
Yeah,
from the
I'd say
pots
just
that
go
were
ahead
lying
and
around.
keep 10 gold.
I smashed some pots. That's where I got the gold.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, people don't generally keep their pots or their money in pots around here. I don't know where you get that idea from. Some alternate universe.
Uh-huh.
I mean, it's smart. Who's going to look in a pot unless you're some kid with 20 years and a hat smashing pots with his sword looking for gold?
That's why I got the rapier. That's the real reason. So, do you wish to play a game then tonight?
Yep. One last one before bed. We all need our sleep and not ready for practice.
Just the two of us, or do you wish to involve your Raven again?
Oh, he's playing as well. I'm gonna beat him this time. He just looks at his Raven.
So, is there an ante? What is the bet?
He just puts in 2 gold.
All right, 2 gold.
All right, just straight roll of d20s.
Does the Raven put in 2 gold too?
He does.
All right.
You have a little coin purse.
No, he like blatantly takes it out of my coin purse.
Fair. All right, let's see. So it's same rules as before. Flat d20, highest wins, but 1 will beat a 20. Correct?
Yep. Them's the rule.
I rolled a 1.
If I roll a 20, it'll suck so hard.
Did you? Probably not.
Okay, that thing's being weird.
Oh, things are being weird, huh?
No, my bot was being weird, so I'm just gonna jump over to.
Yeah.
Do we have one? Do we have a bot in Hangout?
I don't think we have one in Hangout.
I don't have
know.
A dice bot.
There's a dice roller in Alba Rodeo.
Oh, yeah, there is.
Just gonna jump in.
Yeah, there's one.
Who wants to put in? Who wants to put in the first?
Yeah. I'll put in 1 since I am currently running a bit slow. Yeah, you know what? 2. 2 sound good. Same as before.
2. Yep.
2 gold.
6 gold.
Are you putting in 6?
I'm putting in 2, and the bird is also putting in 2.
Okay, so the pot is 6 gold. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. 14.
Mine is a 2. The bird is a 13.
I win.
Yeah, you do. 6 gold, my friend.
Woo!
Thank you. That was a good game.
Mhm.
One more before bed?
Sure. I'm going to throw in, I literally put in when I got back, and I'm still at 10. So yeah, I'm just going to put in 5 gold, and the crow will also put in 5 gold.
You know what? Sure. 5 gold. Either I
All
lost
right.
1 from the start, or I have a very large payout.
Let's see what happens. It's 19 for me.
Can I beat a 19?
Swear to God, my crow's about to get a 20. Swear to God.
You know what? I'll wait for you to roll. Let's see.
12. That's your 10, crow.
All right. Can I get a natural 20? I cannot.
No, not this time. All right, 15 minutes for me.
Uh-oh.
Luck was not on my side.
That's just for tonight's game. We have the games of other days.
Well, I'll still take getting out of a terrible, terrible prison for today.
That's fair. Oh, and not going to presume she's your friend, but if you see the echo, and the bird will also echo when he says the name, so it's always an echo when he says it. If you see echo, let her know if she's got a buy-in too. If she wants, I'll essentially cover her buy-in if she wants to join the games.
Fun. All right.
That's adorable.
This was a lot of fun. It was nice to meet you, Kanji. And I am going to head to bed. I just realized I have not slept. It was actually question. It was night when we escaped, and then it was day when we got here. So we have not slept in like over 24 hours, have we?
Oh yeah, full day for you guys.
I am going to have a nice long rest.
Sleep.
Solid 16 hours.
Yeah. Now, Echo, I know you said that you were starting to walk away. Were you walking away to sleeping quarters or somewhere else?
Nope. Back towards the crates. That's where she's sleeping. She's going to prop herself up on one of those and call it a night.
Too late to turn Echo into a cat.
I mean, yeah, as you're spreading out there, Mayara would just sort of turn towards you again and say, now you know there are comfortable beds, or relatively comfortable beds, certainly something better than the cobbles you've been sleeping on, no doubt.
Ignored.
You're not much one for conversation, are you?
No comment.
Well, apparently not. I certainly hope you can communicate more when it is necessary, at least. But I understand. I didn't like to communicate with people much either for quite some time. I had a stutter, for ages, but aside from that, I know that trust and being comfortable around people can certainly affect who you want to talk around or otherwise. But I do hope that you might find our cause worthy enough to pursue. But of course that will wait for the morning. Good night. With that, she'll turn around.
Echo gets comfortable on some crates.
All right.
Cozy.
And the rest of you fellas get in the sack?
Yep. But I am going to have my bird just go around the place. It's very. You'll likely learn this later on, but I'm very paranoid about getting attacked at night or when I'm sleeping.
I'm going to encase myself in a pillowy tomb and pack in for the long haul.
Yeah. Guess what, guys? This was all a dream. We're back in the cells.
Fuck. Oh, this is what that guy was doing to mess with us. Like, we didn't see him come back, but he was getting into our dreams and messing with us.
Yeah, he just snaps his fingers and back in the cells, and that's what happened. And tomorrow, well, who knows if you will ever get it tomorrow.
All right. In Quadri, you find nothing suspicious as the crow flies.
Yeah.
No issues. Nothing specific. Nothing suspicious. Wow. And you can rest well then.
Yes. And for no reason, I hit my long rest. Right. I've done nothing.
So, y'all settle in for a long night's sleep. You can add a long rest, sorry, to your character sheet.
What about 2 long rests?
If you haven't done so already. And
second long rest.
We had first long rest, but what about second long rest? No mechanical differences, so I am joking.
All right. So yeah, it's a peaceful night. Everyone is probably just as tired as you guys are, and so it's quiet. The only sounds you might hear are maybe somebody rustling, somebody getting up to go to the privy, the tap of a guard eventually walking above, maybe where you're sleeping on the battlements above. Overall, not much. And so it's a peaceful night. And steadily as the sun rises overhead, no one comes to get you. It's as if they're letting you sleep in. But who is the first to rise? You guys can either roll for initiative or you can just say.
I think I would be, just because I wouldn't need sleep or anything. I'm not really exhausted. It's just another day for me. So I do get up early and I practice with my weapons. And if this will be going on for maybe an hour or two. If anyone sees this, I'll let you know what shit you see, because it is an odd. It's an oddity that most people around here are already used to seeing, but I'll let you guys know what you see if you do.
Yeah. Maxim, I do not think, is the first one to wake up, because he is out, and he's catching up on sleep, and also catching up on the comfortable sleep that he's not had. He has missed.
In, God, almost a year or more? How long exactly?
I think either a little under or a little over. I'm not sure. Offhand.
Yeah, no, you need this.
I think a little over, actually.
Enjoy this, buddy.
Yeah. I mean, I was about to say, imagine having a whole year of constant bad sleep, but some of us probably don't have to imagine. I'm not sure, case-by-case basis, but
like almost an entire summer of sleeping on the ground just because of the bed I had at the time, just shit.
What are you saying?
But I didn't say anything. I didn't say anything to anybody to try and see if we could get it changed or try to fix it or anything. I was like, well, fuck it, I'll sleep on the ground. I did that for half a year.
Same.
And so eventually, someone came in to wake me up and say, "Why the fuck are you on the floor?"
Comfy.
And they eventually "Yeah, you can tell us about this. Just we'll get a fucking new one. Just fucking say something."
Oh, that definitely seems to be like Echo's take on things. Just, I don't want to be comfortable. I want a hard surface to lay on.
Ooh, that's actually an interesting concept for
All
a
right.
make a male Echo.
Ooh.
Oh god, female
Be
echo
even
and
more
male
stoic.
echo feed? Oh my god.
That'd be an
Echo
interesting.
gonna sleep in too, or
No. Pretty much
Echo's
him.
actually halfway.
So I guess I might as well describe this. I might as well describe the scene. So it's a beautiful morning, early spring. There's a sort of mist about the hills that you guys are located in. And as those first brilliant rays of the sun break through the clear sky, it's diffused into a golden haze by the mist. And there's a slight chill in the air, a little dewy. The birds are singing, mourning doves are making that coo 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 sound. Just that very comforting sound of the birds. It's not the cries of people or the slam of a jail cell. It's beautiful and it's peaceful. And you can start to hear people just bustling, going about their day outside. And yeah.
yeah. Tyler, did you want
That's
to go
sort of
first?
what you wake up to.
Yeah. Nice.
Alright, assuming no one wakes up within the first 2 hours of dawn, so that'd be. Actually, no, it wouldn't actually be. It'd be early morning. Yeah, no, unless someone's up by like 9, probably won't see it.
Probably
Okay.
Echo. Because I feel like since she's sleeping outside and with all the noise, she would also be up somewhat early.
Also fair.
Yeah, because there is a clatter of people going about. The smell of food, crackle of campfires, all those good things.
If you look Russell into a clearing to do stuff, then you'll probably see Quadri with like the raven just hovering around. And he's doing a weird thing where he's practicing with a sword and shield. And then out of nowhere, he essentially just immediately sheathes the sword into the shield and then immediately throws it to the ground and grabs the axe off his back and just trying to, as fluidly as he can, halfway through like the mid swing of throwing away behind his back the sword and shield, grab the axe and just continue fighting with that. It looks like it could be something he's practiced before, but it's very much clumsy and it's a weird, like he's trying to learn something or he already knew it, but he's just never practiced it for no reason.
Not gonna comment on that, just assume that's just part of his personality.
That's it for me.
Maxim, I want to say probably like another like hour, I think, after you two wake up, maybe 2. Because I'm not sure like how many hours of sleep you guys got, but he's taking a nice long rest. I do want to think though that he does like, now that he's back in his comfortable state, like he does like kind of wake up in a panic at one point, thinking that he's late for class, and then kind of like, oh right, I'm a teacher. Nope, not doing that anymore. Then he goes back and rolls back over to sleep.
But yeah, just waiting for. Echo didn't get her name. She doesn't remember her name. That woman to come and tell them to do their job already so she can get this over with.
Oh. Mayera, yeah. All right, yeah. So, I mean, there is Via. She's again at her station, manning the food. So if y'all are looking a bit lost, she might call you over.
Maxim will come out for the food with a kind of blanket cowled over him like a cloak. Not like dragging it on the ground, but has it like around him, but just to keep him warm. I actually don't know if he's gotten any fresh clothes yet.
Yeah, he hasn't. I don't think he asked after any yet.
Yeah.
Well, it looks like somebody slept well.
Yes, and I am grateful. Very much so. What's the temperature like, out of curiosity? Weather, temperature, all that.
It's maybe like 55 degrees, kind of on the chilly side, but not unpleasant. At least I don't think. I mean, 55 degrees is perfect temperature, but I think for you, maybe some of you guys, like 65 be ideal. A little bit cool.
Yeah. Sorry. So yeah, I think he's still got the blanket cloak, and is having a nice breakfast.
Mm-hmm. Yep, it's simply like a porridge with pears and apples chopped up in it. Even actually a little bit of spice. They've managed that.
Maxim thanks anybody that is feeding him and is grateful. But I don't know if I can roll a deception check, just because he is a little underwhelmed, but is still acting. He's still being as grateful as he can.
Mm-hmm. I mean, you can go ahead and roll a deception if you want.
See how that's going. Let's see. Whew, not too shabby at all. 23.
All right, yeah.
So,
I mean,
I think even with that,
you would think that you are like the happiest camper ever.
I think even then, like, he is like, still, this is maybe not as great as you'd hope, but this is still much better than prison food.
Absolutely.
So much better. So yeah.
All right. Cool. And I imagine the rest of you are. Miss Echo, you getting some food?
If it's offered to her, then yes, she will get food.
Okay, cool. Same thing. Called over, offered some food with a smile. Beautiful morning.
Permanent scowl on Echo's face.
All is well. All right. Well, as you guys are eating and people are going about their days, let's see, it'd be maybe around a bit later in the morning. Finally, you would see Mayera walking about to come collect you guys. It's as if she's left you to sleep in. Well, good morrow, you lot. Hope you've all managed to get some sleep.
Yes, it's much needed sleep.
Good.
How about you two?
Well, if you're all... Oh, go ahead.
He was asking for the other two because you guys are kind of being quiet, so is everything good?
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Crystal?
Yeah, I mean, that Echo's not saying much. He's not a very talkative character.
Fair enough.
Right. Okay. Well, if you are all ready for our meeting to discuss the mission, then please follow me. And so she would lead you guys up to one of the towers up here. Just pretend that crossbow isn't there. Pretend there's a table there or something.
So this is an ambush.
A table.
Okay.
They're going to kill us.
It makes
Knew
sense.
it.
They know what we will become.
All our suspicions were truthful.
So up here, it's sort of set up like a planning area. There's a few maps of the general area, of the streets of Osney, all that good stuff. And up here, there is Kirith and Foldred. He's looking better. He's looking awake, kind of just wrapped up in a blanket. He still looks very weary, very weak, but he looks awake. That's the important thing, and aware.
Maxim feels a kinship with his blanket brother. I'm sorry.
And once everybody's up, Mayera steps immediately to the side, and then it's Foldred who he sits more upright, and then he looks at each of you. Well, while my escape was not necessarily planned, I do thank each of you for bringing me this far. It's been good to wake up and not be back there again. And so I do thank you for that.
Yes, things
But
could have gotten a lot worse.
Indeed. But with escape comes responsibility, and here we have a job for you all, as I'm sure Mayor informed you, and I would like to gauge your interest. And so, Kirith, and he'll turn to the red-haired tiefling that y'all met yesterday. And in a very soft, almost sort of Irish accent that I can't really replicate as much as I'd like to, Kirith would
go ahead and
he'd
try.
have a very slight smile, and he would simply say this: we have received information that there is a scullery maid, one who worked in Elamon's castle. Apparently she has information that would be very useful to us. She is hiding out in the slums and the Blackbird brothel near the docks. As I understand it, that is a place that some of you, at least one of you, would be familiar with. It kind of looks to you, especially Echo. The mission is simply this: go to the Blackbird brothel. Tell them that you're looking for the lame fox. You've heard that there's a new cub in the den. Tell them this, and they will give you the maid. And with the maid, you will return promptly here, because I believe this is a secure location, or as secure as it will be, for getting the information from her and keeping her safe. And that is simply it. And upon completion, he turns back to Foldred. Excuse me. And Foldred, he kind of takes the reins again of the conversation. And with that, upon your return, you will be rewarded however you ask.
Seems good to me. What about the two of you?
That is
Simple
all.
enough to get.
Can we get this over with?
Oh, you're certainly
So eager.
today.
She has a seems like you have a penchant to then you wish to leave here as soon as possible, it seems. Which I suppose, being free, I do not blame you. You have things you probably wish to attend to, so. I think if that is everything, then I think that we have your answer.
Mm-hmm. So can we count on you to carry out this information, to carry out this mission?
I think so.
Good.
I believe you have your
And
answer.
again, you will be briefed. And if there's anything else that you need or that you desire, disguises, supplies,
Documentation
anything you might require.
Is
documentation, of course.
Is it possible for you to obtain documents that would reveal us to be allowed to have our magic? Without question.
Of course. Kirith has managed to obtain one of those such licenses. He has a decent hand at forgery. So you need only ask him, and he will provide the necessary things to you.
It's good to hear.
And weapons. I hear, Maxim, that you have met Reuven.
Yes.
I did.
Mm-hmm. And if you need any specialty things, he will drop what he has. What he has currently on the anvil to make whatever you might need.
Oh.
Imagine each of you have your own specialties, and if there's something missing of which you are used to working with, again, you need only ask.
Does he? Has he, out of curiosity, ever made instruments?
Instruments?
Well, I suppose.
Not that I know of.
Yes, well, it may prove useful for my style of magic. I have been...
Well, I can't say I ever recall.
I can ask him for his opinions on things. For his...
Mm-hmm.
Is there a weird woodworker, perhaps, in your employ?
There are some carpenters here, and there was one wood turner. Nazir, my son, he's a decent hand at whittling. If there is something simple that you need, simply ask around and you will find someone. We have quite the variety of people here.
I will do that.
Good.
I do not know, this is, I guess I'll ask this out of game. Should we stop sometime, soon? We can prepare for the mission, but should we, wait for Kiko to resolve before we, go for this mission?
Yeah, I absolutely. We can do sort of prep and things for the mission, if you guys want. There's one more little thing that I have planned with one of you guys before the session ends, or I guess before this scene exactly ends.
All right. Maxim, you're about to get kidnapped.
Alright, so...
Cool. Again?
Have fun.
Woo!
There's actually a cult inside the camp, and they want you in here. It's a music club.
The music club! My people!
Woo! Just wear
Hi,
flower
guys.
crowns and sing about
Echo is just going to get drawn
the
into
earth,
fun.
found your true calling.
Yeah. Sorry, guys, I gotta play a rock concert before I can go on this mission.
And
Dude,
so with
bored.
that,
Sorry.
Baldred will look about and say, and so with that, it concludes our meeting. I know this is brief, but that is all the information that we have for now, and that is the information that you need. It's simple in the premise, but you never know what can pop up.
Yes.
So you are free to go, and he looks to Echo. I would ask, Miss, that you stay just to
Echo's
you
getting kidnapped. Sorry.
a moment longer.
Fight Club.
Echo looks unamused as she rolls her eyes,
And so,
but begrudgingly stays.
So Foldra would look to Mayera and Kirith, and they would immediately walk away. They apparently understand how they're dismissed. Then Maxim and Padre.
Yep.
You guys are free to go.
Yeah, I'll leave. I'll leave.
I'm immediately going to Alex's blacksmith to go check on the project.
Mm-hmm.
I'll,
Perfect.
Look for a woodworker.
Mm-hmm. And I'll do a roll for that in a little bit here.
Yeah.
And so, Miss Echo, with just you and Foldred here on this, on the roof of this battlement tower thing. I'm not exactly what you call this
Wall.
deck. Foldred would turn to look out, and it's apparent that he's looking down below at his daughter here, Via, where she's working. And there's this sort of contemplative look on his face. Now, as I understand it, Echo, you know Namar Ahmad.
I knew him, yes.
I've had the displeasure of meeting him, and so has she.
Clearly.
Tell me, if you were to meet him face to face, what would you do to him? Right now.
And why do you want to know that? And why do
That
you
cut out for me.
want to know that?
I am weak, and I cannot go on this mission. And it will take time for me to regain the strength left in me. I've fought many battles, I have gone many places, and I have seen many things, but I am left hardly the shadow of what I once was. I would like to pursue Namar myself, but alas, I cannot. I hear that you want information of his whereabouts, or that you are at least interested in it. Whether you will admit the intensity of your interest, that is up to you, but I would like to ask, would you kill him? If not for me, or for her, or for yourself, would you kill him? You met him, if you saw him, now.
There's a long pause at the end of that question. as multiple thoughts run across Echo's mind. But in the end, she clicks her tongue once before she answers him. What I intend to do with the information I receive here is none of your concern. I think that should be sufficient enough for you.
You misheard me. I want to know, would you kill him? For a price even. Name it. It'll be yours if you were to come across him, if you happened to meet him while you were out at the docks. Would you kill him?
As soon as this mission is over, I am done playing your hired lapdog. I do not do this.
When you say that, he looks...
I do not do this for your cause.
When you say that, he looks up to you, and instantly there are like these angry tears that are turning his eyes red as they gloss over. Or a father who loves his daughter more than life itself. Would you... I don't want to hire you as some lapdog or lackey for myself. I have never desired that. But as a father, a weak one at that, is there some way I could convince you to do this for me?
You would be better off getting someone who understands those emotions. And with that, Echo will turn and start walking away.
All right. Okay, so that, leaving Foldred, he won't say another word to try to reach out to Echo. But if you were to happen to look up at that tower ever again, you'd probably see him still looking down. Ew. Quadra, you said that you were going to go check on a project with Reuven. Is that correct?
Yes, he was going to go check and see if essentially what how he's been telling him all about what he's looking for and how it used to work, and see if there's any way for him to just combine the two that he's using now. So it wouldn't be anything like his original one, but it'd be just something he can use to get back into the feel of how it is to use them.
Mm-hmm.
And essentially just let him know.
So, all right. So, still morning, and there is the distinct, strong and constant hammering away from a forge, and smoke billowing from that corner of the settlement. So, are you wanting to enter the building or play that out at all?
Yeah, no. I'll enter.
Sorry.
Hmm?
Sorry, I was just checking to see whether who it was.
No, sorry, I got called away.
Oh, you got called away?
Yeah, it was just a quick question.
What is happening?
Sorry, I got distracted from something else. Was that it? Just that was all I was going to do. I was just going to go up and ask him if there was any progress at all in my request. If he thought at all possible with old
so
challenge.
the hot, sweaty unit that is Reuven, he is hammering away, and you can see on the anvil is something like a axe head starting to take shape.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm. It's on its way. And that's just what he'll grunt to you.
Oh, it appears I may be losing this challenge. Oh.
And then with that, he'll give you this smirk. Never underestimate me when it comes to Forge. He'll crack his knuckles.
No, never. Never.
That's what's happening there.
Yeah.
Nice.
Anything else you guys want to try? I mean, if you guys want to roll for any new duds, I think Maxim, that leaves you. Quadri,
yeah, I think
you have things, but if there's something you want to rifle through, we could do some rolls to see the quality and quantity of what you might get, or what you might find.
He'd be trying to get a new instrument, whether it's like supplies for panpipe or a flute or a lute of some kind. He just needs an instrument so that he can have that for a spell focus. And then, yeah, I think his next priority would be a new outfit. Something definitely with a
Let me
hood,
roll to see if I can.
so that he can cover.
Let me roll to see if what I find as far as the instrument goes.
Yeah.
Let's tackle that first. That's a 7. Okay, so you don't find much as far as somebody who's maybe a luthier, an instrument maker. But I mean, you might just run into Nazir whittling away like little toy flutes for kids, because there are a few kids scuttling around. Yeah. That's like probably the closest you'd find to an instrument.
You find the wooden ocarina of time.
I think he would look for wood supplies, and then since probably the instrument he'd know how to make the best would be the pan pipes, he'd enlist Nazir's help if he has the time and the motivation. He'd enlist his help into just getting something suitable, better than the chicken pipes, constructed.
Absolutely, just two bros sitting and whittling. All they need now is some
reminiscing over good times,
spitting and talking about the state of the world.
Yep. Politics.
So, yeah.
I'm sure there's plenty of that.
This world's
too.
going to hell.
I mean, it is.
Yep.
Yep.
But yeah. And as far as clothes go, you would be shown to the same storehouse. And holy crap, yeah, that's a 20. You find whatever it is you are looking for. You find it, dude. Style, fit, everything. Boom. It is perfect.
Right.
Just for you.
I will find an outfit for him then, in preparation for our next game in this setting for the campaign.
Oh, you know what? I'm going to copy some information here.
Yeah. Sorry.
Art/visual aid. That's where I'll put like the code words and everything, and your location, mission, basically. What the need is in. Code phrase. Da-da-da. And there's that. Okay. Just don't want to forget about that.
Can we pin those? Can you pin those? I think you got to be the one to pin those.
Oh, okay. I'll pin them.
Just seems like a good idea. Just don't want to lose those.
Oh, yeah. Pin it. Okay. And there's that. Is there anything else you guys want to try to do? Or...
Just in terms of like the...
I really didn't have a lot prepped for this session, and I don't want to get like too far, without.
I mean, now that
but I don't want to hold you guys back either.
Has more or less been assigned. I would like to talk to you guys just whenever you could have a second, just so we could figure out. Okay, so these are the guys I'm on a mission with. What the hell do they do? I know who they. I know that. I know their names and what they look like. I know nothing about what they do.
Well, another thing is like
what they can do.
Like when asked like what materials they needed for this mission, Maxim's first response was a flute or something of like that. So
he's not sure what he means. I need something. I need a flute. And for all I know, you can just like, that's actually what I call my knife. Straight up knife flute.
Nope, real flute. Flute. Though I would take a champagne.
That's essentially what he's going to go and ask. I'm going to go with Maxim first. And essentially introduce himself again, but more or less telling him what he can do, what he's likely not going to be great at, and what he... essentially asking what his strengths are in the likely event that things don't go as planned or we need to figure our way out of the situation.
Interesting. Oh, is he sharing this information about himself and then asking Maxim, or is he just flat out asking Maxim? Because if it's the
but he's also he's essentially letting him know that if you want to go over weaknesses, I don't know if you want to go first or you want me to go first, but
either way,
pointing to his sword and shield and axe on his back. I can take care of melee. I can do distance if necessary. And I know a bit. And he says loosely, I'm learning a few things. Quick point of clarification, because I haven't said this. I can't see out of these eyes, pointing to his own eyes. Unless I do something, which I can't do great.
I picked up, and is that a familiar? I suppose I had asked, kind of pointing at the bird.
This is my friend. He lets me see through his eyes. It's a nice favor. Part of an old, recently new, old. We met through a friend, and they have let me borrow this site.
Okay, I gotta go. I'm gonna be right back. I'm sorry. I gotta go real quick.
Okay. Assuming I'm gonna say I do this second, and I'm just gonna go if I can find Echo to talk to her and hopefully have this kind of conversation. Do I find her? Is she tunneling out of this place?
She might be.
I guess I'll go and try and find her.
I'm sure she's wandering around somewhere. Probably back to her crates. Just waiting for the mission to start.
I guess he'll just walk over there eventually.
She looks very impatient.
He walks in, that usual no facial expression until she's more or less within 10 to 15, let's say 10 feet. That's when the facial expressions start on his face. And he'll smile and, just reintroduce himself. So, we're going to be, on on this job. May as well let us know what we can do just to make sure we're not on each other's toes. We're not covering someone else's gut, and we're covering what no one else has got. So I'm essentially here to ask you what you do while I tell you what I do, and hopefully we got it covered and try and get this person. Am I making any sense?
She'll raise an eyebrow curiously, but she won't answer his question. Instead, all she'll say is, I fight.
See, now you say that, but you didn't say nothing else, and that makes me worried, because when you say you fight, I don't know if you mean you fight well, or you fight like shit, or you just know how to throw a punch. I'm hoping you just mean you fight good. I do a little of everything, and a lot of nothing. So, yeah, I can back you up if you need it. I can cover if you need it. I can get you up once. I save that trick from you usually, or when you screw up real bad. And I can get serious when I need to. That's just more my thing.
Clearly.
Right. I can't see out of these eyes right now. A friend lets me borrow his. We met through a friend. How we became friends. Isn't that right? But he helps me out. He can scout, look at things. Usually he's pretty good at it when he's not being lazy or distracted by shiny shit. But for the most part, that's more or less what I do. And if you're gonna help at all, or just come with us and not, turn tail for whatever fucking reason, what do you got that's not gonna be just you saying you know how to fight?
I know how to fight well.
Hey, that's something. All right.
Sorry about that.
Okay.
I'm back. Yeah.
You mind giving me a preview just so I know what I'm working with here?
Yes, I am.
Sorry, I paused the conversation to go essentially have this conversation with Echo first because I wasn't sure how long you'd be back.
No, you're fine. You're fine. I would actually be curious to hear what Echo. I can recap of what Echo said, but
she says she can fight, and when I asked for more, she says she fights well.
Fight good. Well, I am not a great hand-to-hand or weaponry fighter, though I do have a bit of knowledge with the rapier, and he kind of grasps the sheath and kind of wiggles it a little to kind of show it's yeah, I got my rapier over here. I excel though at magic and my knowledge. I have a good deal of extensive knowledge of the arcane. I am not particularly great at any evocation spells, though I do have a good amount of enchantment abilities and illusionary abilities. So, if you need me to elaborate, I can. But I can also help to inspire you all, my compatriots, and perhaps bring things to be more effective, if that makes sense, while making our enemies less effective. And I think it would be remiss to say that any knowledge that I have could possibly be valuable. I do, though, believe that one of my greatest assets would be my persuasiveness. I have been known to have a bit of a silver tongue, perhaps some might say. And that could perhaps come in handy if we encounter trouble that we do not wish to fight.
All right. That's
Sorry,
definitely one. We got the talker, we got the brawler, we got the me.
We do have the you.
And
So you
this
said,
is nothing like too bad of a lineup for this.
yes, I believe Kiko said that she was also had some combat experience, though I do not know in what way in particular. So.
Guess we'll figure that out. Just so I know how good it is when you say fight good. Do you mind giving me a quick test just to see how it is?
What do you propose?
A demonstration.
Call it something bored.
Sure.
He's
I
just
don't
taking a
mind.
few steps back, and he said she's gonna grab a barrel and just put it in front of him, and he's gonna just essentially jump in the barrel, and while inside, he's essentially just gonna cast the mirror image on himself and just roll out in triplicate. You say,
right.
Okay, let's see how hard you hit.
Are you perhaps meaning my sword play, or are you wishing for a demonstration of my magical abilities?
I was talking to her because I like what you said, because you said a lot. And
I see.
She just said she fights good and that's it. And I maybe a little more than that, just because I'm trying to see what's up with that.
And Echo, seeing this, is going to stand up, brush off her outfit, and then she's going to use a key point to cast Step for the Wind on herself, and she is just going to walk away.
Walk away, but really, really fast.
Super fast.
She's going to write something down. Knows how to run from a fight. All right, that's good to know. All right. Also, I think she mixed up some words. She said she's good at fighting. I think she's good at running. Got to make sure she doesn't mix those two up.
Yes,
I don't know. Well, actually, let's follow her because we don't know. She could be running to fight someone right now and beat the shit out of somebody. We're not even going to see it.
I would not entirely be surprised if that were the case.
All right, let's go and see if we can find where she went. And we go and see if we can find you, hopefully pummeling some poor bastard.
She found Kiko.
Maybe. No.
But I am impressed, actually. I see that you have the ability to cast illusions yourself. You should have mentioned this. This is good.
It's useful. Like I said, a friend showed me some stuff and learned some tricks.
I suppose
nothing great. I don't do it a lot, so it's nothing too big, fancy.
Just still something that could be quite useful.
Yeah, and he'll just chill out here with him for a minute.
Yeah.
I got one more if you want to see it. That's
another spell.
All right, I guess. And he just pressed the digitations, both of us, to look a little bit cleaner.
Oh, nicely done. I'm going to use silent image to kind of just create a kind of like a shower of like sparks, confetti, and like a crane congratulations banner kind of like above him, just like, you have done a good job.
And then while you're doing that, and he's just gonna, in his 3 triplicates spinning, he's gonna cast invisibility on himself and walk away.
Well played.
And he's going, and here's the thing, his 3 triplicates that are just, like honestly like surrounding him, they're still visible. So you see him walking away from you invisible with 3 visible duplicates.
That are also walking away, or are they staying there?
I think it follows you. If I'm reading the mirror image right.
Yeah, I think so. I don't know if they can act independently though. Like, rolling out of a barrel
I don't
like
think
that.
Like the thing is, like they're so close to you, like there's a chance, like that dice roll of a chance that they'll hit them instead of you. At least that's how I usually interpret it.
Fair enough.
I go and try and find Echo to see if she's beating someone up, or did she just leave us?
Nope, she just left you guys.
Okay, teach her what the word fight is and what the word run is. And he just writes a note, and it's air delivered to you via Raven.
Is the note just saying, teacher, what the difference between fight and run?
The very unsophisticated definition of, okay, just so you know, because I think you might have gotten these two mixed up. Run away doesn't mean punch in the face. Run away means you leave the person or area that you're in. And fight doesn't mean leave the area that you're in. It means hitting people with your fists or with something hard or maybe something soft until they don't want you to do it anymore. And maybe you keep going, maybe you don't.
Now, when you say it's delivered by Raven,
Yep.
Does it flutter around her? Does it like peck at her until she gets
Nope,
the
just
note?
quick drop off, just like, nope, just drops the open, like it's not a folded piece of paper, it's just a note that says that on it. Just drops it off and just.
I think she reads the first.
And you can clearly see it goes back there.
Yeah, I think she reads the first 3 words of it and then realizes that this is message delivered.
I do not know if that was productive, but I suppose we'll see.
Oh no, I think it was very productive. We got to know exactly what we're dealing with, and this job is going to go great.
No, the getting information about each other's abilities. No, that is going to be useful, I believe. The note with that description, I think she understands the difference, but does not wish to share her capabilities with us at the moment.
No, I think she was just confused, but no, we set it straight.
I suppose we'll see.
Good job today.
Good job.
He's going to go off and just practice for the rest of the day, unless something else happens.
Yeah. Well, do we want to stop here for tonight?
Yeah, I suppose so. Would probably be the best place to stop overall. Sorry, it's been a short and unprepared session.
You're good.
No, you for winging it. This was really fun.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I think this also worked well since Kenny wasn't able to be here.
Yes.
Oh shit! I knew there was one more thing I was going to have Foldred say to Echo. Never mind. What's done is done.
Not done.
Oh.
Oh no. She had that one crucial piece of backstory info that would have made you kill someone.
Probably.
Yeah. Okay. Just forewarning you guys, my specific character, I put a negative in something just to see how to play around with it, and it's wisdom. So.
Oh, fun.
That's fitting.
Yeah. No, negative. He's got a 9 wisdom, so intelligence. He'll get some ideas. The execution is where this. I was going for. British, and it's. Yeah, so don't let him explain things.
Fair enough. Out of curiosity, what's his class?
He is a warlock.
A warlock. Okay. That tracks with the 2 spells.
Yeah, he wouldn't have mentioned it, but he currently tapped out for the hour unless he rests.
Yeah.
But for some reason, he's fighting with very heavy and offensive-looking weapons.
Yeah. Is it a fighter or warlock multi-class, or is it just flat out hexblade fighter or warlock?
No, just he's a warlock.
Interesting. Doesn't need to be Hexblade if you have the right Pact Boons.
I mean, technically, he has Pact of the Blade, but that's it. It's not Hex Blade for him specifically.
Yeah. I feel like a lot of people, I guess myself included at this point, forget that you can play a melee warlock without having to be a Hexblade.
Yeah, it does make it easier if you specialize into it, like build it up for it specifically. And
yeah.
You can really stack it up nice if you want, but you don't need to.
Well, it means you could focus on primarily the one stat.
Yeah, no. Like I said, I can do a little bit of everything, but that means I'm not great at anything.
Fair enough.
I got a pinch of damage, pinch of healing, pinch of long range, a little utility, and there's just none of that is like overall impressive. It's just I can do a little of everything.
It's just the diversity of what you can do.
Yep. Nice little bit of scouting with my Raven. I can deal out some decent damage with my weapons. Range spell attack, Eldritch Blast, tried and true. I got a few utility spells. And I can pop one healing with a little backstory twist. That's for later.
Yeah. Alright. I think I have an outfit selected out for Maxim.
Ooh.
And
Echo, you do have like one really nice item that you can still choose.
I should think about it.
Yeah.
Just because aesthetics.
Gonna be
always aesthetics, and it's always going to be great.
It's gonna be this sort of outfit with the type of hood that I put on the other chat before. Shall put it in
cute.
The server as well.
I believe we're ready.
I like it.
Sort of coat and like undershirt and whatnot. Yeah.
Nothing like a sharp dressed man.
You're gonna love Yusuke.
Yeah, I like the Sabaton-esque shoes. Or I guess they're Sabatons over top thigh-high boots. Never go wrong with that combination. Capelet, very nice. I like it.
Yeah. But I don't know if he'd have the metal boots. Like even if he does, it's not giving him any armor benefit. That's another thing. Armor that would be good to get as well. So
at some point, you probably check out the person who makes it.
I think you mentioned before that we could just take whatever armor, because like if I could get studded leather, that's the best armor that I could get with my proficiencies. So.
Nice.
Can I get?
Yep, you can certainly find that.
Neat.
Yep. Oh, I forgot. This is more or less what I'm wearing underneath, but it's not as pristine as this. This is just the design, but mine's just more weathered. So it's kept clean with like magic, but it's just very much used.
Yeah. Well, that's nice. Interesting. How about you, Miss Echo? You gonna use some armor?
Cute.
Yeah, that was a joke.
She is. She hits people with armor. That's her weapon of choice.
Oh, that's such a good bad monk idea. Or barbarian. That could also work for barbarian. That might work better for them.
I mean, could you imagine a suit of armor that you could like essentially pop out of and just grab like a blunt weapon?
Yeah. That would
be giant paladin-like armor that you see immediately, like she pops out of it, it like tightens up around itself, and it's just now a great metal club. And just go ham.
Nice.
The more I stare at that, like Persona 5 meets Family Guy image, like the more cursed it feels. It's just Okay. That exists. That's in the world now.
It does. Oh yeah. Did you guys see the Kung Fu Hustle 2 trailer or announcement?
I had not.
I've never heard of Kung Fu Hustle, so I didn't really know how to react to it.
It's the equivalent of the Scary Movie,
but for the action
movies. Yeah, no, it's essentially like
but with Kung Fu films.
Yeah, that essentially does the tropes of Kung Fu. It's great, honestly. If you've seen like little snippets on YouTube, you can get the idea, and I think you'll like it.
Oh, nice.
Oh, that's pretty. I recognize that. ASMR Druid. Totally not going to poison you with tea.
Nice.
Alright, so are we done here for today, guys? So I could end the live stream?
Yeah, I think so.
Yep, I'd say so.
We are good to go.
Fun.